Let's see. Good morning. So I'm trying something a little bit new today, and I hope it really goes well. I am Beckie Belote from Newport News, Virginia, and I am not the technology expert. However, there's something that I am good at, and that is engraving album covers. And so the tip today is a way to spice up your album covers. You may not want to do every album cover, but um, especially something special, something that you're going to present as a gift. It might be something a little extra and pretty affordable to do. So let's take a look. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, I think. All right, and we'll just see how this works. Okay, so we are going to go to the Creative Memories website. And if you have an advisor, make sure you log on to her website. Her advisor's name should be right here on the end. If you don't have an advisor and you really want to try this technique, just use my address. So here we are in the Creative Memories account, and we have all kinds of things. If you want to see what's new, of course, you would go to what's new. Just shopping, if you're really familiar with our site, you can go there. Everything is in catalogs. If you want to order our photographs, you would go to print. So we do some really amazing printing. So I highly recommend that if you've never tried it. But today we're going to go to this tab, Create Digital Photo Albums. So when I'm just hovering on that, I'm just putting my cursor on it. And this is all the options that we have in digital. I like to point out, I'm not talking about this today, but we do have digital scrapbooks that other companies have. It's just that ours are a little bit different than other companies in that our books come back like real scrapbooks. So they're, a hardcover scrapbook with durable scrapbooking pages. And you do not need to buy any of our digital content. You do not need to create the book in one sitting. It's fabulous. You can take your time. And anyways, that will be another day. But I just wanted to point that out, that if you're using that, you never need to buy digital artwork. That digital artwork is if you are using a program out on the market that can do ping files, you can buy our artwork and use it in your program. But this platform that we have here that says custom photo albums and custom refill pages, you do not need to buy our content. You get access to all of our content for free. All right, so that's pretty cool. But that's also not what we're talking about today. We're actually talking about something easier. My dogs are now barking. It wouldn't be a Tuesday without my dogs, right? But I am in another room, so hopefully it's not as distracting as usual. So I'm going to just click on custom photo album covers. And when I do, we have this little icon comes up. It says, oops, that's not what I wanted to click. Boo me. I want to do custom foiled album covers. Let's click there instead. Okay. So this is where we can actually put titles and so forth on the covers of our albums. So it has the price down here. And at first I was thinking, wow, it's just the cover that you get. I was thinking the front, but really it is the whole thing. It's the front, back, and the spine. So you would want to order these albums before you make them. So your album at home, in order to do this too, you would have to order a whole new cover, which is not price efficient. So what you would want to do is decide, gosh, I think I'm going to do an album for my daughter's wedding, or I think I'm going to do an album for our vacation that we're getting ready to go on. That would be an ideal project to do it on. Also, right now, while we're just starting this, there's only 4 colors that they're available in. The cobalt blue that's featured here, the chocolate that's featured underneath, ebony, which is a black color, and ruby, which is red, of course. So keep that in mind if you want to try this. That currently that's the colors that we have. Luckily, those are actually our 4 most popular colors. So $39.50. If you were to get just a plain cover, it's $29.50. So basically, it's $10 extra for the engraving. If you want to add a spine, it would also be another 10, so it would be $20 more. Okay, so I wanted to point that out. So I'm going to click on the anywhere on this square will bring it up. Then they're going to ask you what color book cloth. All right, so you're not going to have a whole list of options like with the spine engraving. So you want to pick one that will work for you. So let's go with ebony, and I'm going to hit customize. By the way, if you want to watch a video on how to do this after you do it with me, in other words, if you think they might do a better job, you really can click on this little link there. All right, so also they want to know what color foil. All right, the foil is the writing. All right, so I'm going to go with gold on this, and then I'm going to hit customize. All right, we need a name for it. This is so that you can find it later. It's really helpful. Like if you order an album for your vacation to say Hawaii, and later you realize you need another one, you're going to want to know what the name of this one is so that you can just duplicate it. All right, so that's why I'm going to name it so that I can easily find it. But that does nothing to do with the album cover. I don't have to put Hawaii on the album cover. All right, so this is what it looks like when you get it. The album is a 12 by 12 size, but they're keeping your writing in this area right here. So I am going to actually, it says add text. So you want to click on that. And when you do, other options come up. And I want to just point out what these icons mean. All right. So this one right here, it says transform. So you might want to write down, if you're taking notes on this, that transform will allow you to rotate your box. It'll help you to increase your box, move your box to a different place on the page. So if I want the writing up, down, sideways, transform is what's going to allow you to do that. Okay. This is your text. So you might want to write down that this big alphabet letter, that is your font. So we have a whole number of different fonts that we can pick from. That is your font size. So that's what that does. And then of course, this is your trash can. So if you put something on there that you don't like, you click on the trash can and you can get rid of it. Okay. So we're going to start by adding some text here. So let's say, family vacation and Maui. All right. So you may or may not like that just wonderfully. Right now I like them big. If I'm going to put it on there, man, I'm going to make it nice and big. So what we're going to do, because this is font, remember I said anything that has to do with the size and the color and everything is under this font one, which has that little A on it. So when I click on that, this gives me the opportunity to see what other options I have for the looks of the words that I'm putting on this album. That's kind of a fun one. This is really bold. So you pick the one that you want. You can look through and have fun. Mouse memoirs. Here's one that's pretty, that's in handwriting. So you just kind of go through and find the one that you really want. All right. So I'm going to click on this one. I like that. Peralta. I'm going to bold it to make it even thicker. And I'm going to change the size. I want this to be really big. I want this to be, say, 70. Let's see what 70 does. All right. Now, I like that. I like the size of that. But what I don't like is I don't like it. I wanted it really family vacation to be on one line, and I wanted Maui to be underneath. Okay. So that is a transform issue. So there's nothing wrong with my font. I need that box to change. So that's when you go to this little boxy thing. It's kind of user-friendly, right? So I'm going to extend my box and see what happens. Ah, that's what I wanted. All right. Now, what I don't like, it's done exactly what I was looking for, but it's not centered now. So you see these little crosshairs in the middle? That's going to allow me to shift it where I want. Once I have it centered, do you see that green bar that popped up? It's telling me, yep, that's in the middle. I can go like this if I want it really in the middle. Okay, so this is right smack dab in the middle. Do you have to put it there? No. I could go off, go crazy and put it a little bit higher, but I think I'm going to stick with the middle. But I could go higher, I could go lower, wherever you want. In fact, I could do all kinds of things. See this little circly thing? This allows me to even rotate it. What if I wanted to go really crazy and put it at an angle? All of that is available to you. All right. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to actually see the crosshairs. That tells me it's in the middle. That's where I want it. Okay. If I wanted to see what it looks like in silver, I think I have to retype it, but I could change it to a different color. If I go to options up here, see right now it's ebony gold. I could click on ebony silver and I don't have to start all over, go back out, pick the album color and all that. But if I click on ebony silver, it's going to allow me to change the font. I'm pretty confident it doesn't do that for you. I'm going to double check. I just saw a demo on this. Changing the project may affect your layout. Yeah, if I do that, it's going to allow me to change it to silver, but I have to retype it in. All right, so I just wanted to make sure you understood that. Otherwise, you have to go out of the system and come back in. All right, let's go down here. I'm going to add some more text. This vacation I actually took with my daughter. I have no idea when. I've already done that album, but I'm going to pretend it was in, say, 2016. It was a long time before that. Let's say 2012. All right. And again, this is my font. If I want it different, if I want it to match, I'm probably going to want to go over here and change that one also to the Peralta, which I did earlier. And I can change the size if I want to. I can bold it if I want to. I can italicize it if I want to. I can underline it if I want to. You see how it's aligned over to the right of my text box. What if I wanted it more in the center of the text box or more to the left? That's what these are right here, left, center, and right. All right, so you can really decide where you want to put that. All right. Let me make sure I can't change it. Yeah, it's not going to let me change the color other than the way that I just said. And I don't like that italicized. So what I'm going to do is go to that text again. Again, I have to click on my box, go to that little A, take off the italicized, which I just clicked on it again because it would highlight. If I don't want it bolded, I would click on bold again. But I think I do want it bolded. All right. And now I like it. All right. So once you like it, you should preview it. So right up here on the top, save it. Go ahead and save it. Here's help. If you don't know how to do something, you can click on help, but I'm going to preview it to see what this album will look like. All right. If you absolutely love it, and I do, you would just go ahead and add that to your cart. And again, what you're getting is the album cover, the front, the spine, the back, it will come in the mail to you all just like this. All right. So I'm going to add it to the cart just for an extra $10 than what a cover normally would cost. It says you need to agree that you really like it. So really make sure, if you do a spelling error and you agree that you've done it right, that's your fault. So be really careful. Maybe even have somebody come take a look at it before you add it to the cart. If it comes back and you look back at what you did and the company has it a little bit different, they're going to replace it at no charge. Okay. So I want to make sure you know that. Don't forget to, again, add it to cart. It is not in your cart until you see the one show up on your cart there. So I'm going to hit add to cart. And there's the one. All right, so I'm done. So if I need to make another album, I can go to here. If I want to do the spine for the album, I would go here, custom foiled spines. So if you're going to do a spine also, that's another $10. You would just click on the spines. I did gold on the cover. Now, keep in mind, if I have a black album, this is Hawaii. Maybe my favorite color is what about a really pretty blue that reminds me of the ocean? Ocean blue. Here we go. I actually could put a different color spine on the album. That's something we can't do when we order just an album. So if you want the black cover with a blue spine for your Hawaii trip, you can do that. You'll probably want to go with the same color foil that you did. You will then hit customize. You would put Hawaii spine. Hit continue. All right. And then this is exactly the same, all the same functionality. I would click there, maybe put Hawaii there. So it's easy to find if I'm looking at the shelf. I'm going to click on that A. I'm going to change it to Peralta because I want it to match. All right. I might want it bigger. I might not. That looks actually pretty good. I'm going to go a little bit bigger. All right. Again, if I want it to move, what do I hit? All right. If I want it to move, that's this big text box. Remember, that's your transform. So I would click there. If I want it to go up, down, I could do that. All right. This is telling you, see the crosshairs? Same functionality. That's in the middle. All right. Down here, you don't have to, but if you want to type something down there, you can. I think it was 2000. I don't know what I put, and that's important. So make sure you write down what you wrote on the other one so that they'll match. I'll bold it, maybe change the size so it's easy for me to see. And then we're going to preview it to make sure we absolutely love it. Go ahead and save it if you want to. You don't have to. I recommend that you do. I'm going to preview it, and there it is. Okay. So again, if after 3 months you get this album in, you start putting photos in and you go, oh no, I have too many pictures for one album. No problem. You can go to your custom products. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and add this to the cart. Agree and add to cart. Just because you're adding it to the cart doesn't mean you have to order it. So right now I can walk away and not put it in the cart at all. And it's still being saved for me. Okay. So I'm going to go over here to my account. And then I can go to my custom product. So go to your name, click the down arrow, go to your account, and then you'll see these other options. So if I click on my custom products, you can see that spine that I just made. So, so once you put it in the cart, you can see I don't have a lot of options, but once I order it, I can duplicate. So this one right here, I can duplicate if I want to. All right. So if I wanted to duplicate this cover, for instance, why would I want to do that? Volume 2. I had too many pictures. So I can duplicate it and change this to, it's still 2022, but it's volume 2. All right. Again, it's not where I want it. So I'm going to grab the box. I've got to click on this little boxy looking thing and drag it up. Don't hover around those edges. See how it's giving you a warning to stay in the safe areas. Stay in the safe areas and don't put it close. Make sure you have some margin. This one, let's change, go back to just to remind you, I want it a little bigger, but you wouldn't want to change it if it's volume 2. You want to keep it the same, but I'm just reminding you of all of your options. So then you would save it, you would preview it, you would add it to your cart, agree and add to cart. You've proofread it, you read it, you know that it's beautiful, and then you add it to the cart. Okay, so I'm going to stop share, and I hope you like that and feel like you can do it, because it will really jazz up your photos. I mean, your photo albums. So thank you for watching. Happy Tip Tuesday. See you soon. Bye.